What's going on, coaches? So by the end of today's video, you're going to learn how to really lead an actual sales call with your guys' prospect clients, how to sit there and have a human-to-human conversation addressing their pain points, their wants, their needs, their desires, and how you as the health and fitness coach can help them achieve the outcome that they want to make a transformation and make change in their health and fitness journey. You guys will see some very common objections you'll come across from all your guys' prospect clients and how to overcome those, most importantly, with the techniques you'll see in this video. And what's really cool is this is actually a sales review call with one of our students in our accelerator mentorship, to where they did a recorded call with the prospect client. They brought it to one of our group coaching calls, and we sit there and pick it apart and dissect it and really coach them up how they can become better at sales.
So just really quick too, Zita, and this is good for Greg and anybody watching this replay, is we always want to try to get them on a computer, right? Because we found just if people get on their phone, they are so distracted and they're less likely to buy. The TV's going on, kids are in the background, like they're multitasking and the 100% focus isn't on you. When a laptop is there, you see that they're just more committed. How we can do this is before the call, let's just say it was 24 hours before a call, you send a video message or send an email saying, hey, it would be preferable if you jump on a laptop as opposed to a phone. If you can't, no worries. And the other way you can go about it is, let's just say in the beginning of this, you notice she's on an iPhone. What's her name? Brona. You could be like, okay, Brona, I noticed you're on an iPhone, right? Is there any possible way you can maybe just take 2 minutes to jump on a laptop right now? It's just a better experience for you. And you can just have her just do that. And if she can't, no worries. We just roll with it. But I'm just giving you guys a heads up of what we've seen, what we've learned. You're better off getting people on a computer as opposed to an iPhone. Most of your guys' sales are going to be won and lost in this part here, the agenda part, and then the pain. This is really digging into their pain points and figuring out how you could help them out. And if you are the right person, or if you have the right solution for them.
Brona, I'm recording this meeting, and are you happy? Because I'm also going through training. Are you happy if this video is being used for training purposes?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much. So how are you been? How are you been? I haven't seen you for a while.
Do you know what? I've been good, and then I've just been following you, and I thought you're really good. And all the information that you get, it's really, really good. So I was just really interested. You probably didn't realize I've been following you, and all the information you can out is really impressive. So I was delighted with that.
Thanks so much.
I just wanted to find out more about it, much it is, what's the crack, because...
Okay. Do you see how she immediately takes over this conversation? So if we go back here, this is why it's so important here. The agenda part. You did a great job, Zita, where you're like, hey, I'm recording this for training purposes. That's great. You could do that. Right after that, you should have said, Ragda, we have 30 to 45 minutes on this call. This is what the call is going to be about, right? And you didn't know this, it's totally fine. This is all an inspirational selling training, so it's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it, but this is why we set the agenda, because we're the authority, we're the leaders. And as soon as they take the bull by the horns like this, you start losing a little bit of your authority and your status, because they're leading the conversation, and later they're gonna be like, can I actually trust this person? Is this the person that's going to get me to the promised land? Make sense?
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
I would be up at 5 o'clock with him, and then I'm craving sugar and I'm craving bad diet and stuff like that, and it's not making me feel so good.
So your sleep patterns are not on spot?
No, and then I've been off work for the last 2 months now. I know that's a big issue, because Donna's been with me the whole time, but it's a slow now. I just feel as if it's time to get back on the routine. And
okay. And so is that what prompted you to contact us to find out more?
Yes, and I'm looking for someone that it knows, can back it up, and I know what you're saying is good. Do you know what I'm saying? I know you as well, but I know that your information that you give out is proper, because I know there's a lot of information out there at the minute. It's not good information, do you know what I mean? And it's not backed up by research and nothing. So that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. And you also mentioned, Brona, in the form.
See, I think right here, Zita, there was an opportunity where you asked her, is that the reason why you booked in a call with us, right? There's an opportunity to get her to sell herself, to where you could have been like, okay, like, what was it about us, or what was it about me, or what was it about the company that prompted you to book the call? I'm sure that you've talked to other health coaches, personal trainers, like what prompted you to want to book a call with me? Why am I different, or why me? This gives them an opportunity to sell themselves on you being the person.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. That you have issues with the pelvic floor. So
Yes.
maybe you can tell me a little bit more about that. Like what exactly?
Well, I had the baby when I was 45, my last wee baby, so I would have pelvic floor issues, and I'm waiting to get an operation, but I'm actually trying to avoid that because it's not supposed to be a very good recovery. Now I have been, I was doing Pilates and I was doing physio. Now the physio didn't really seem to work for me, but I've been doing a few exercises myself now, but just some kind of exercises that help me. Everybody always thinks about their mind and their body and their strength training, but always forgets about pelvic floor strengthening.
Yeah.
I'm looking to tone up to make me stronger. Do you know, like, because I know that that's a big of the problem, that I'm not as strong as what I used to be. And
it could be, like
yeah.
I'm really sorry to hear, like all that. It definitely could, because if your diet includes, like processed foods or like things, like high in sugar and fat, that could be the issue. Your energy does stay really low, and then also like you're foggy. You're not thinking, like clearly.
Okay. This is good. This is why we do this, guys. So right here, and you can even chime in too, Zita, or even Terry, right? Greg, Tavo, like what do you guys see that Zita's doing here? So you're
Holding back.
She's going into coaching mode, advice giving mode. So it's great, right? Like I know how we want to give our perspectives on a lot of things because we're coaches, right? We're practitioners, we're professionals. We want to give advice naturally. But on this, Zita, how could we have sat there and maybe taken this information she gave us and asked a further question around her energy?
Oh, how does it affect her?
Yeah.
Well, she's off work, so maybe not her work, but her daily routine with her child.
Yep.
Okay.
Who else?
Yeah. And is she married?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then later she says that her husband works away, so I think like 5 days a week he's not here. I think something like that.
Yeah, and that's a great opportunity. Like, how is this affecting and playing into your marriage? And just that's why we have to get good at asking these clarifying questions. And it's going to be uncomfortable, but that's what's going to put them at ease and be like, wow, like Zita actually cares. Like she's seeing the bigger problems that I'm not seeing.
Because if it comes down to it at the end and price is an issue, let's say you're selling this for 2K, well, you're like, Bragda, is this not worth it to you to be able to solve this issue you're dealing with your energy that it's affecting you and your husband for 2K? Right? And that's where it just really puts them into perspective. Like, yeah, like, holy shit, like this is an absolute steal for this problem that Zita's helping me solve.
So what if I could tell you that I had a free online health business scan where literally you could see all the problematic areas in your online health business, to where you might be sitting there missing out on a lot of like income, your leads, it could be your sales process, it could be your perfect future client, your messaging, could be different systems, could be skill sets that you're lacking. Really zone out from your business and be that architect and see all these red problematic areas. All you guys got to do is click the link in the description box to take that free online health business scan. It's 10 minutes. And then from there, what I'm going to do is go another step further, and I'm going to offer you a free 15-minute business consult to go over all those red areas in your guys' business and help coach you through that to turn those red areas into green. So again, click that link below and take action on that. If you would,
like you said, you're looking to tone up, is there like maybe like a particular weight, like a number that like a that you're looking to lose, or what would be your ideal body weight or composition?
It's a good question.
You know what? I hardly ever weigh myself. I do, but I always forget.
That's okay.
I think I would ideally like to be, I'm size 12. I would like to ideally be a size 10, but do you know what I mean? I'd like to drop one. I don't want to drop, I want to drop one dress size. I want to tone up. I want to get stronger.
Stronger.
And I definitely like be bloated around here. I would want to like get rid of that.
The belly fat?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
And just an opportunity, Zita, like when she mentioned that, belly fat is important for her to lose. Well, tell me more about that. You know, like why is that so important for you to lose?
Mhm.
Just keep digging.
Okay.
And what are you picking up from here, Zita? Like the first 8 minutes, just rewatching yourself. Like what could you have done differently? What are you picking up?
Uh, at this stage, just like you said, I should have just asked her, just like you suggested, this is great because you mentioned this and this and this issue, and then just tell me which one is the number one that you really, really want to focus on, so we can help you with that.
Yeah, that's good. This is why I was telling you guys, like 90% of the sales are going to be one and number two,
Pain.
the agenda and the pain areas. Just the opportunity to dig and get leverage. I mean, I don't like using that word leverage like all the time, but it's just like that's what we're looking for to tie back into them. So let's do this. Let's go back into this area here. Let's go into like when you do the deliverables investment, and I want to see kind of how that goes.
So I'm just going to share my screen to show you how we can help you with our program.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Okay, fantastic. So our program is 12-week, and it's called the Rejuvenized 360 Holistic Healthy Living.
Yeah.
And this was designed for high-achieving women, just like yourself, aiming to lose 20 pounds or more and transform their health holistically. Yeah. So we incorporate, as you've probably seen it from our videos, we incorporate the neuroscience, nutrition, fitness, lifestyle changes for lasting success. So this little diagram here represents this. The two core modules are the Synapgen Transformational Coaching System, and that's Terry's area. So that's all the neuropsychology and the neuro coaching part of it. And the Rejuvenized 360 is another element, the core element of the coaching program, which is the nutrition, the lifestyle, and then the fitness, the workouts. So these two come together, and then this creates the whole holistic program. Now, how does this work? We have 6 milestones throughout the 12-week. So the number one, every 2 weeks, you arrive to one of these milestones. The first 2 weeks would be focusing on foundational knowledge and physical conditioning. So this includes a health assessment, like a holistic health assessment, like physical assessment, looking at your strengths, where you are, your fitness, your nutrition, and also the cognitive health, like where are you with all that, how all these elements are coming together.
Yeah.
After the 4th week, that's number 2 milestone, is the nutritional alignment and habit formation. So what that means is how your current fitness levels, impacting your brain health. So we are gonna have like a whole picture by that time. Milestone number 3 is optimization of physical and cognitive performance. So this include neuronutrition, for enhanced cognitive function and metabolism.
So right here on Zeta, just a little feedback. So this looks great, this roadmap. And guys, when we sit there and go over this whole roadmap slide, just keep in mind, we don't want to spend a lot of time explaining all the different parts in this. If you just read off exactly what's written on there, that's all you have to do, Zeta, because what that's going to do, it's going to leave a lot of like mystery. And they're going to be thinking, okay, I want to know more about this, but you don't want to go into explaining mode on every single milestone, right? Because that's obviously part of the curriculum and them joining the program. So just a little feedback there, just keep it very brief on this roadmap. It's really more designed as a visual to see they can see the pathway.
I was thinking about that when after the call, I'm like, it could have been more clear here because I just spent too much time.
It's okay. You're doing great.
And then so just Tavo and Greg, do you guys see the power of like having something like this, like a roadmap, right? To where you guys can sit there and show people like a visual, like your specialty, your method on how to get people to that destination. And just really all you have to do, Zita, is just get it a little bit tightened up. That's it,
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like some little cookie cutter program or just like here's a meal and seems a lot full spectrum of everything. It's awesome. Yeah, I love it.
Thanks.
And that was an opportunity just right there, Zita, just that you threw a lot at her within that roadmap. So that's where you could just check in. Like, does this all make sense? Any questions before we move on?
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just to make sure they're paying attention.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
You're right.
Okay. So this is like the deliverables you're going to go into, right?
Let's go to the
Yep.
investment part.
So what's left is the price.
Yeah.
So the whole program, the 12-week program, it worth 7,000 pounds for the 3 months. But because you took action today and then you jumped on the call with us, I would say that a monthly price would be 1,000 per month. So that would leave you with 3,000 pounds for the 12 weeks package.
Yeah.
Or if you prefer to pay in full, then you would get 500 pounds off. So that would be only 2,500 for the 3 month. If you prefer that way.
The last one sounds good.
You prefer the last one?
I think so. I just need to be seeing all the information. Do you know what I mean? And it does seem expensive, but it's not expensive. Do you know what I mean? It's not, because you're getting so much out of it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Did she say she needs to see all the information?
Yeah, she needs to see all the information. Yeah.
Okay. So just like kind of like just something just to be alert of, right? When somebody says that, right? We could ask them, like, totally understand, what else do you need to see? Or what information what other information? Can you be more specific? Just like let them kind of like tell you what they are looking for, because it could be a way out for them, like send me the information, that type of thing. But it's like, okay,
100%.
well, I just gave you all the information. It's like, what else do you need to see?
Yeah.
It does seem expensive, but it's not expensive. Do you know what I mean? It's not, because you're getting so much out of it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like expensive, like compared to what? Like,
good job.
If you have you ever gone through some kind of coaching like this, like either like a personal training or something like that?
Do you know what? I have never before, because like I sort of always fall out of it, and then I just want to be paying the money and then fall out, and it's my own fault. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I always never go on anything, because I don't know how they tailor the person to that person is. So it's more tailored to the actual person. Do you know what I'm saying? I always think, how does these ones have these 12-hour programs, but they have all the same meals and the same? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Those are not personalized at all to the specifics. So, yeah. So this is, if you're looking at
pause
the
really
value.
quick, Chris. And do you guys see though, like the power behind these high ticket transformation offers, to where she's never seen anything like this? And she sees the value. She sees the value. It's her though. I could already tell she's just not committed. She doesn't trust herself.
It's like Terry said.
So you need to discuss with your husband.
Okay, right there, Zita. Like what you said was good. What you said was good right before that, but the transition to, I think you got a little bit nervous or kind of like didn't know what to say. So you said, do you need to discuss this with your husband? And it's totally fine. From right there, after you said what you said was great, where do you think we should go from here? Put it back on her. Let her make the decision.
Yeah.
Well, it's up to me, but
oh, it's up to you.
Up to me. Nice.
It's up to me. I'm going to go away and think about this, because I think I'm really interested.
Okay, so can we set up another meeting? Today's Wednesday, isn't it? Or today's Thursday? Can we set up either tomorrow or on Saturday, like Saturday morning?
Saturday. I think my husband, I don't know the two of us will do for, but this is all he really needs as well. He's always on about it too.
Okay. So maybe there is something that you could do together.
Aye.
Both of you.
Yeah.
So 1 o'clock or
1 on Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'll send you another link. 1 p.m. and then all 4 of us can be here.
So what ended up happening, Zita, again, just kind of like fill me back in so everybody else can kind of hear the conclusion of that when you sent the email and the follow-up.
So I sent her the link and the follow-up, and I sent her a calendar invite, but she never accepted it. And then I don't know if it's the same day or the following day, which was Friday, she just texted me on Messenger to say that I can read exactly the text. I can't do the course yet, but I'm honestly interested. But financially, it'd be 2 months before I can start and be fully committed. Would this be an option? Could I start in 8 weeks? And then Chris, we were exchanging emails throughout the weekend, you know, like what would be the best response. So I got back to her to, you know, like empathize, completely understand the timing and the financial commitment. And then we told her that it would be okay to start in 8 weeks, but let's discuss, you know, like at our Zoom call meeting tomorrow, and then we can discuss the details. And then she replied to say that, hi Zita, we can do the Zoom, or no, can we do the Zoom closer to when we start? Unfortunately, I have to take my son to Belfast for a match. He didn't tell me until this morning.
Okay, there's your answer.
He's
It's
not
always
committed.
two things, guys. Either they don't want it or they don't feel like you or your program could be the solution. And I get that she just doesn't want it herself because she saw the value, you know. Yeah, it was a little bit more expensive, but it's okay. She still saw the value, right? She still said that she wanted to maybe start 8 weeks. Maybe she's full of shit, maybe she's not. But what it sounded like to me is just she just wasn't fully committed herself, you know.
Check out the next video on how we helped Coach Wesley take his online business to $10,000 months. Again, you'll get a lot of value from that. Get your notepads out, your guys' tablets, whatever you guys take notes on, and make sure you guys take action on that. We'll see you guys in the next video.